Hello, this is the Clumsy Gamer. I'm doing something a little different today. I'm trying out recording on a mobile device, so I'm doing a mobile game, Pokemon Go, which is one of the best mobile games I've played in a very, very long time. I find it very addicting, and it's managed to get me out to the tune of 2 to 8 miles a day, which is always nice. You don't get to do that as much sitting at a console. But I'm going to go through some of the things I've learned so far. I'm a level 19 now, as you can see here. But we're just going to go over some of the few quick things. First of all, gyms. I'm still actually trying to figure out gyms. I managed to, as you can see here, have an Arcanine in a gym. But it's very hard. I've actually had a rough time with gyms so far. It's a very good idea to team up with others, both your own team and other teams if you can, to displace a mutual enemy. But this particular Arcanine is quite amazing because it's a gym that I've held on to for about 3 or 4 days now, which is almost unprecedented because there's just so, and maybe it's different in rural areas, but I'm in a city, but there's just so much activity and people jockeying for the gyms that it is super hard to maintain one. I don't know how I've managed to maintain this one, and it'll go to my grave, the location, but if you're in Logan, Utah, that's where it is. So okay, so I'm going to attempt to take on this gym. Now, a few things about gyms. One, you'll notice this gym level here, gym level 2. So from what I understand, that means one, there'll be 2 Pokemon in the gym, but 2, it means you have to fight those 2 Pokemon twice in order to fully take the gym. And or, you know what, apparently I'm wrong, because this is a gym level 2 and it only seems to have 1 Pokemon in the gym. So, this is actually going to be a really easy gym to take probably, which is surprising and unusual. I've never seen such a low-level Pokemon in a gym before actually, so let's go ahead and take on this gym. Okay, so that's once through. Let's see if it'll do it again. And it didn't, so I might be a little off in my predictions. So if anyone has any better information on gyms, please let me know. Now I can put my Pokemon in here. I'll go with that one. And more or less likely it'll be taken from me in about, I don't know, a few hours. Gyms don't last long usually, like I said earlier, so yeah. And one thing you do want to keep an eye on is the defender bonus up here in the upper right corner. Every, I think, 20 to 24 hours or so, you can get a bonus depending on how many gyms you are in control of. And if you happen to have more gyms, the bonus is higher. So that's always handy. People are giving me kind of funny looks because I'm talking to my phone at arm's length. At least it's not that bad. Or maybe that's better. I don't know. Maybe I don't want you to be that close to my face. Yeah. So hopefully we'll come across a Pokemon here in a few. Otherwise I'll edit it in post-production to make it look like I came across a Pokemon here right now. Okay, here we are. We have a Pokemon. And it's a Charmander, which is awesome, because I really need it. So, first thing you're going to want to do is get rid of the AR functionality. It's cool that you can see them in your actual settings, but it really is horrible for catching Pokemon. So you're going to want to turn that off. And then you'll notice the red circle there. You want to try and get your Pokemon within that circle. If you do it with a bigger circle, it's good. It'll increase your capture chances. but if you manage to get it within a smaller circle, it'll be even better. And it has color variations. Green means it's an easy Pokemon to catch, yellow means it's medium, and red, like this one, means it's pretty difficult. So I'm probably going to want to switch to a Great Ball. Whoops. Okay, and that really didn't change it at all, so I'm going to try and use a berry. You'll notice also I'm really low on Great Ball, so hopefully that's not too much of an issue. And I have no idea if this will catch it or not. I hope so, but yeah, that's what I thought. The higher your level gets, the more difficult it is to catch Pokemon, like ridiculously hard. And a lot of times it will curve, so often if you put your phone flat on the ground, I find that helps prevent curveballs. Doesn't really help your aim though sometimes. Let's see here. Okay, let's try that. And that's why I'm called the Clumsy Gamer, because even when I'm doing it right, I suck. So, you gotta be kidding me. It didn't even take that one? Okay, let's... Now, someone mentioned that at some point you almost pretty much have to start learning how to throw legit curves. I wish I could show you my finger placement, but I can't. So, generally just curve it as much as you can. There we go. So I'm still learning to get the hang of curveballs myself, as you can see, and this is almost certainly not going to catch it since, holy cow, it caught it. All those Great Balls for nothing, and that stupid thing caught it. Well, that's awesome. Okay, so the last thing I think I'm going to show you, since we're here, is the Pidgey trick. I'm sure people have heard about this before, but just in case you haven't, it'll become a lot more useful, especially as your levels get higher and it becomes increasingly hard to do anything. It just becomes hard to play the game as you get higher into the levels. So this is a good way to help increase your level in a short amount of time. So first thing you're going to want is a lucky egg. And then you just put that on. And then you're going to want a bazillion Pidgeys and a bazillion Pidgey candies. And I don't quite have that, so I kind of just wasted my lucky egg. But at least it shows you what to do. So, and it's literally you just come down, grab a Pidgey, and evolve that sucker. So, was that enough to get me to 20 maybe? No. Oh, I'm so close. Oh man. Super fast car just went by. Remember, kids, look both ways before you cross the street. Pokemon Go, I know. Even I've had some close calls, and I try to be pretty aware of what's... No, I'm just kidding. But, yeah, be safe. Wish I could get an Eevee, because I need to evolve that sucker to get my Flareon. By the way, the Niantic has confirmed that the changing the Eevee names to Rainer, Pyro, or Sparky, I believe, does work, and I have tested this out before, and it does. A couple notes: you do want to make sure and name it, and make sure the first letter is capitalized, like a proper name. And then you want to make sure to log out and close the game down, and then log back in. This helps make sure that the, I guess, basically that the server is aware that you've changed the name. If you evolve it without doing that, it might not evolve properly, so, or how you intend it to evolve. So definitely make sure to do that. Oh, by the way, changing from combat power to number makes it way easier to figure out what you have and don't have already, and what you might be able to evolve on a quick glance, since it categorizes everything together. Well, since I have this lucky egg on, I'm gonna go grab a couple of the Pokestops next to me. You always get experience for Pokestops. It's not a lot, but it adds up. I think it's generally 50 to 100. I'm not sure what causes the difference in experience, if it's random or something, but it does seem to fluctuate. At first I thought it was based on if you had already visited it or not, but it seems like I also sometimes get 100 experience on ones that I've been to before, so I don't know. Oh, eggs, that's a good thing to remember and talk about. So, eggs. Look at all these eggs. Some things I've learned. Do not try to jog or bike or use the car for the most part. Even jogging doesn't seem to get recorded very well by the game, so you want to pretty much walk everywhere. If you jog, it records like less than half of your steps. Sometimes when you walk, it actually seems to be a little generous and actually give you a little more than it should. So always recommend walking. Running is not, unfortunately, going to save you any time, which is upsetting since, you know, the badge is called the jogger badge. But whatever, what can you do? Don't want to alarm anyone, but I hear something that sounds suspiciously like the smoke monster from Lost, and it's kind of weirding me out. Ah, it's just a sprinkler. Nothing to worry about. Eevee, yes! Whoa, angry Eevee. Don't screw this up. Don't screw this up! Ah, damn, I screwed it up. Okay, I'm gonna try putting this on the ground. Curve. Nope. There we go. So, before I would not try to curve the ball until it started auto-curving, so to speak. Oftentimes when you're attacking a Pokemon, especially as you get up to higher levels, it seems to curve on its own. And so I was kind of trying to do that in curve the ball in anticipation of it doing that, but that just wasted even more more balls because my curves don't work very well. But when something when it's getting into one of these auto curve patterns, it's really easy just to kind of swing it. Wish I had a way to better describe it, but basically a quick, almost an upside down check mark or swish on your phone tends to make it curve really well when it's in one of these auto curve patterns, but it doesn't seem to work very well when you're trying to curve it on your own. So that might be some important information to take away. So I will probably stick to not trying to curve the ball until it starts curving. And if we'll look at that, I am level 20. So this lucky egg wasn't an entire waste, and I hope you guys got something good out of it too. If not, just laughing at the fact that I wasted a lucky egg. Things I do for you guys. Anyway, I think that's going to about sum up everything I have so far, but I would love to hear any more input or suggestions or questions that maybe I can help you out with. Thanks for watching and have a good night.